We are live. All right. Tell you what, let me adjust the camera a little bit. Hold on, everyone. Um, there we go. It's got it framed up nice. Well, howdy, everyone. Happy 2024. Um, I've been seeing things that people have been posting lately, and some folks have had a really chaotic start to the year. Um, we've had a really awesome start to the year, and my prayer is that anybody who's had a rough time so far, this is just a growing pain to better things. Because my goodness, so many things that I want to tell you guys about. And there's a video that I'm going to include a link to from my sister channel later on. I couldn't redirect it here, but I'll include a link later because I'm going to need you guys to watch it and like share it with friends and comment on it, because I might have a chance to pitch it later this year. As in, like, hey, you want to make a series out of this? And I don't know that. Basically, I talk to somebody and they're going to talk to somebody, and it's kind of how the business works. But
in other words, the more you guys can get people a thumbs up, like it, and say it's the greatest thing ever, we might be able to incorporate this church, build a church, and save it forever, and make sure it's something really nice and legit.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Basically, the success that I have doing other things, I feed it back into this because I love this. This is something great that we've all built, and it's great. So I'm just really happy. And later on, I'm going to see if I can actually run the speaker and it not feedback with the microphone or whatever. And I'll share you guys a really cool message that I got recorded over the weekend. But and I got a pat on the ass from Linda Hamilton. That was cool too. So it was really, really fun, and we had a great start to the year, and we're glad to be here with you all. And we're starting. This is actually going to be the midpoint in the Kemetic year. It was 6 months ago that we were celebrating Upet Run Pet, and in another 6 months will be the next. Actually, will be the end of the year and the start of the days on the year. But yeah, so we're at it's like high noon for the Kemetic year, and so that's why we have the feast of filling the sacred eye, and so we're honoring Ra and of course one of his many eyes, Sekhmet, and we're going to light a bunch of candles and we're going to have an awesome time. So happy to be together, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video that we ran last week, because it was interesting putting it together, but and especially being out in the backyard and having to pause when trucks pulled in next door and stuff like that, but yeah, hopefully it was a lot of fun for y'all too. Oh, and hi, Kristen. Don't worry about being late. I was no, yeah, I haven't seen you guys all year. But cool. Yeah, don't worry. You're not too late because we didn't
Hey,
get
we
didn't
got a
really
problem.
get started. What's up?
You smell that? Something smells burning.
See, I don't. Hang on.
Because I smell it and I heard the smoke alarm chirp. Something's not right here.
Okay, well, I'm going to let you take a look.
I'm going to go check things.
Okay. Yeah, that's not something I want to have happen on live camera.
But me either.
I don't smell anything right now, and I mean, I lit some incense earlier in the day, but
no, it's not incense that I'm smelling. It's a chemical smell.
Okay, well, are you sure? Well, Keith, go ahead and look. Let's hang on just a second. Can you tell where it's coming from?
No, if I can tell that, I'd tell you.
All right, well, hang on, because I did hear the chirp. Hold on. Nothing in here. You check in there. anything or smell anything.
Yeah, you don't, but I do.
Okay, well, I was also looking to see if there was anything, at a place that might be plugged in that doesn't need to be, or.
Look, get into the group.
All right. Okay. Yeah, just a quick check didn't really, didn't suggest anything. So, Darren's going to keep looking, but I don't think there's anything going on right now. But, just gonna. Senioritis burning. Okay, Surveillance, go check. I had a clock melt on me. Yeah, and I try to be aware of what things I have plugged in, because most houses have really weird wiring, and it's just one of those things. So we're just gonna keep an eye out. So you knew you had it. Let's see. And there are 2 candles. Okay. Alrighty. Well, let's go ahead and get going. And Darren will be joining us in a few minutes. Which means we're going to have to catch up on the cool waters with you, Darren. All right. Okay. Tell you what, guys. To kind of give everyone one more minute, real quick. There's one story that I have to tell real quick, because at this it was a huge convention. So you had folks from Transformers, you had folks from Star Trek, you had all this stuff, and you had a sort of a mini reunion from the cast of the Terminator movies. So you had Linda Hamilton, who was Sarah Connor, and you had Kyle Reese, her love interest, and you also had the guy that played the Liquid Terminator in T2. His name is Robert Patrick. And come to find out, he's kind of a biker. He has like tattoos now, and don't let that clean cut cop kind of persona fool you. He was very quick to drop F-bombs in his panel, but somehow it came up in conversation with Darren, because Sunday it was really quiet and there was like nobody at his line, so we went and we chatted with him for a minute, and it came up in conversation that he's Episcopalian. And so he kind of talked with Darren for a minute about that, and being Anglican, and we have no pope, and this stuff. And as I was telling Darren later, I said, I let you guys have that conversation, and I just kept my mouth shut. And Darren said, well, why? Why did you do that? I said, Darren, think about it. I am not telling a Protestant Terminator that I'm a pagan. I might as well change my name to Sarah Connor. So it's interesting to find out, but no, I'm not telling the Liquid Terminator that I'm pagan. So that was another fun little encounter this weekend. These cool waters are upon my hands, and they purify me. Stepnut purifies me. Hail unto you, and unto you. We come unto you without falsehood and without evil. The purity is upon our hands, the purity is within our hearts. And we have cast out all evil that pertains to us, and we are saving some of this for Darren. We are pure. We are pure. We are pure. We are pure. Come in peace, bright eye of Horus. Come in peace. Receive the light. The eye of Horus shines like Ra in the twin horizons, and evil hides in fear of it. Receive the light. The eye of Horus destroys the enemies of Ra in all of their abodes, till none remain. Receive the light.
Receive the light.
The eye of Horus comes to the four corners of the world, to everyone who is tuning in with us now and will be joining us in the future, and who has been with us in the past. This eye of Horus comes, and we are purified with it. Receive the light.
Receive the light.
And we're going to light several candles. Shu, because he's so important to finishing the work of creation. Oh, well, if I can just... There we go. Okay. And we're going to light a candle for Mahes, because there have been storms going through the U.S., and there are blizzards, and there's cold, and all these things going on right now, and we want everyone to be safe. And Mama Sekhmet, the Eye of Ra, for healing, for power, and protection. And healing for our friend Jory. He was having issues because he couldn't get insulin. And this is something, anybody who's struggling to pay for insulin right now, there was something that just took effect January 1. There are certain manufacturers of it that now they changed some rules, and it's supposed to be more affordable. It's going to depend on, what type of insulin and the brand, but there's something brand new for this year. So look into it, because you might have an easier time of it. And this was because of the fact that it's so outrageous, and it shouldn't be. So don't suffer in silence. Look, because there could be resources out there to help you. And we'll also light a little holiday candle here. There we go. So, and what in the world? Oh. I'm just catching up with some of the comments here. He goes, "Hello, Protestant Terminator. Care to hear about our Lord and Savior Ra? Crucifixion by Terminator." So, and Kai Sobek was asking about the instrument. Well, actually, hopefully this won't be anticlimactic, but it's actually a Mexican Coke bottle. But it makes just such a wonderful sound, and I'm going to have to use one of my apps and figure out what note it is. But it's who cares where it came from if it works, right? So
find anything.
All clear on the western front, as far as we can tell, huh?
As far as I know.
Well, Darren, you need to come and get some cool waters.
Not without super things.
Right. Well, guys,
This classifies as kink. Y'all should be paying for this.
oh gosh.
Somebody's kink. I know somebody loves this shit.
What if it's me?
You'll have to pay an additional fee. It still classifies under super things, though.
Sure. All right, now let's behave ourselves. These cool waters are upon our hands, and they purify us. They purify us.
All right.
Just gonna try and flick it in. You are pure. You are pure. You are pure. You are pure. There you go.
Yeah, I did notice that's our story, and we're sticking to it. Came through on the.
Yeah, on the video, yeah. Yeah, and I mean, hey, we had a chance to pull out a katana for a ritual execration. What's not to like? Yeah. Oh, hey, and you got a super thanks, Darren, from Zabalin. Cool waters for Darren. Yay, thank you.
I love you all.
Yeah. Yes, and sometimes the most beautiful things in life are the simplest.
Yes.
All right.
Nothing like freezing a cripple. Yay.
Oh, no. We were talking about this because the sound of the Coke bottle was, so unique. You arise in the Akatis Capri, O Ra, spreading your light upon the earth. You set in peace in the mountains of Manu as a tomb, bringing your light to Duat. Shine upon earth as you do in heaven and Duat. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who came from Nun at the first time, for such is your uniqueness. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who placed Hu at your left side, for such are the words you commanded. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who placed Sia at your right side, for such is your great wisdom. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, whose Hika goes before you, for such is your ability. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who rules with Ma'at upon your brow, for such is your righteousness. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, and hail and praise unto you, O Sekhmet, great Eye of Ra. Hail and praise unto you, O Yunuchiru, you lords of love and lords of life. Grant us life, well-being, and health. May our eyes perceive your goodness, and our hearts receive your wisdom. May you shine upon us as you traverse the sky, that we may bring to you Ma'at and cast out his fet. And may you guard us from the evil one through the dark hours of the night, your protection being before us, and your strength being within us. Just a second. Take these, your cool waters, which are the inundation. that they may cool your hearts. O Yunachuru, these waters are the eye of Horus, that your hearts may be refreshed. Milk, milk, may you taste it in your shrine. May your hearts be refreshed with it. We bring you this milk from the great flood, O Yunachuru, that you may be purified with it. We give you incense, great purity. This incense is the eye of Horus. Its fragrance comes to you. It cleanses you. It adorns you. It takes its place upon your hands. O Yunachuru, this incense is the eye of Horus, and its fragrance comes to you. Just get to stand in. There we go. Take this, your bread on which gods live. This bread is the eye of Horus, O Yunachuru. Lift it to your faces and be at peace with it. Now we have some seasonal bread being a king cake on offer, because this is the time of year where you get that here in Louisiana.
Yeah, it is Mardi Gras season.
Yeah. Actually, Mardi Gras is in 1 month. Well, tomorrow. So. Okay.
Interestingly enough, lately I've been offering apples.
Well, let's see. Another thing that I think we've offered Haroset, have we?
Yeah, we have.
Although I think where it would actually be really historically appropriate to offer Haroset would be to our Mesopotamian deities, because I think they had something similar. But and modern Haroset is made with apples. So. The gardens prosper and Hapi rejoices, overflowing with his meal. We fill the eye of Horus for you with wine, O Ra, O Yunachuru. Drink and be pure. The doors of heaven and the doors of earth are open with libations for you within this house. May your faces be refreshed with your libations, your wine, and your water. There we go. Okay. Yes, put it on there. Pure, pure is Ra Horaketi within his house. Pure, pure is Sekhmet the Great within her house. Pure are the cause of all of these gods with this good myrrh that is given. Jehuti proclaims it. It is written in his house of sacred words. Hapi gives in abundance, thousands of offerings, all things good and pure, for Ra and Sekhmet. In every place that their immortal cause dwell. Come to your body, O Ra Horaketi. Come to your body, O Sekhmet. Come to your bodies, O Yunachuru, and come to your invocation. Come unto us, your servants, who are mindful of your feasts and your offerings. Bring your power, your hika, your honor, and your ba to these your offerings, and partake of them. Come, O people. Raise these offerings before the faces of these gods. Lift the offerings before Ra Horaketi and before Sekhmet. All life comes from them. All health comes from them. All stability comes from them. All good fortune comes from them as it has since the first time. Ora Horketi, and your son, the Osir Nisu Nebkapurura. Your foes retreat from you. And Horus turns himself to his eye. Turn yourselves to these, your offerings, and receive them from our hands. And from the table of the gods to the table of the blessed dead. Oop. You okay? Okay. I hate it when they do that. Sometimes these little tea lights, the candle will come right out of the foil part. But just trying to do this without having it misbehave. So there we go. So I light this candle for them, that it may be the eye of Horus that lights their way in Duat. And there we go. As we pour these cool waters from the table of Osiris, that their hearts may be refreshed. Stick that over here. Horakaru, Tachenket, Kakao Abdus, and Nutchermerhot, Kudnibut Nofra Wabet Anket Nusherim, and Cow and Naku Punibu, Makerunibu Hirun Nutchera. A voice offering, bread and beer, thousand of beef and fowl, incense, oils, and all good and pure things on which a God lives, for the cause of all of these blessed dead. All true of voice before the great God. It's all right. It's really tough for Darren because today's his mother's birthday. So it's all right. It's okay. It's all right.
I go through that every Christmas because my mother was on the 24th.
Her birthday was on the 24th?
Yes.
Oh my. What I always wonder is if people that their birthday is on, Christmas Eve or Christmas Day, if they tend to get the short stick when it comes to.
I've never known somebody that didn't
get shafted for Christmas.
Especially
or their birthday.
If you're a Christmas baby. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I imagine it works that way with Hanukkah too.
Well, that
you
changes.
Can't be born on every day of Hanukkah either. Thank goodness.
Yeah, well, that and it changes. So it's not at the same time every year. But
do you think? Okay, here's a question for the ages. Okay, do you think Mary and Joseph said to Jesus, "You got to pick one, Christmas or Hanukkah"?
Right. Okay. Well, sarcastic sends hugs.
Love you
so
too.
does Dragon's Library.
Love you too.
And Kristen says, she passed away before we were born, but Wait a minute. No. Actually, no. You're thinking about no, Kristen. See, Darren's mom passed away in August. But her birthday, was today. So that's why it's, And Katie's saying a friend's brother OD'd on fentanyl last week.
Oh God.
He's fine, but I want to have prayers for him and my friend that they get help. Yeah.
You got it.
Okay. And Kai Sobek offers, voice offering for your mom. And you've got, comfort from Kristen and Sachihuti and Katie and Sabrina. So, yeah, you got a lot of love, Darren. And Married Wepawet. Yeah. And I wanted to include, because see, the thing is, when we saw Peter Cullen, who is the voice of Optimus Prime, he had a picture of his brother with him.
Right.
His brother Larry Cullen was his inspiration for the character, because his brother was a Vietnam veteran, had served in the Marines, and had this very earnest, no nonsense way about him, and he passed away in I think 2011, and it's obvious that Peter Cullen misses him very much. So I wanted to remember him. And the other thing is, because when, of course, his cohort, Frank Welker, was there, who's the voice of Megatron, but also Galvatron, who's Megatron's successor. And, in high school, I tormented a lot of my classmates, with Galvatron. But my best friend, Amy, knew all about it. And had she still been with us, she would have been at that con with me. And so I told Mr. Welker about her, and come to find out he lost a friend during the pandemic as well. And so it was, I hate that for him. And so I, want to offer prayers for his friend. But, it was, at least I know that we're not alone. Sometimes common bonds are of common sorrow. But we remember those that we love. So. And so
we'll see them again in time.
Yes. Well, it was someone else who's no longer on this side, but Jerry Thundercloud. He was Ojibwe Indian, and he said, they're no longer in your past; they're in your future.
Yeah.
So now we come unto you, O Ra, as Jehuti comes, our hands joined under Ma'at. Ma'at has come to be with you in every place where you are. An offering of Ma'at is made unto you, that your heart may be pleased and your Ka shall live. Truly, your Aeneid has Ma'at, for they know you live in her. The Aeneid says unto you, your word is law, eternally. Isfet is cast out by your word. Rejoicing is yours every day. Ma'at has taken her place in your shrine. Okay, wait a second. Oh, here we go. Oh yeah, when I got to meet them, I was wearing my prayer beads. So they're my picture with the voice of Galvatron. But, may we always act with gentility and compassion, for such is the first Ma'at. May we always offer charity and hospitality, for such is the second Ma'at. May we always respect consent and fidelity, for such is the third Ma'at. May we always avoid violence and promote wellness, for such is the fourth Ma'at. May we always speak words of truth, for such is the fifth Ma'at. May we always promote the public good, for such is the sixth Ma'at. May we always act humbly and with temperance, for such is the seventh Ma'at. May we always honor our gods and respect others, for such is the eighth Ma'at. May we uphold Ma'at like Jehuti, that we may witness Ra's perfection every day. Okay. And one of the reasons why we know what we do about this holiday, the midpoint of the year, is actually because of references from the Book of the Dead that specifically mention the last day of the month of Makir, is the second month of winter, and that's let's see which one do we have in here. It's because I think I'd said specifically which chapter of the Book of the Dead it is, according to the modern numbering. Okay, yes, chapter 140. And we'll read from that. The Mighty One appears, lighting up the horizon. A tomb appears, perfumed with incense, the luminous one who rises in the sky. The mansion of the Ben is in joy, and all its residents are assembled. A voice calls out within the shrine. A shout reverberates throughout Duat. Obeisance is done at the word of Atum Horaketi. His Majesty gives command to the Aeneid attending him, for he is happy to contemplate the sacred eye. And he says, Behold my body, to which protection has been given, and all my limbs, which have been made to flourish. And I don't have the, I can't add the echo to that, but you'll just have to imagine that. Because, it reverberates throughout creation. His Majesty's words go forth, and his eye rests in her place upon his brow, in the 4th hour of the night, and the land is happy in this last day of Mahir. The majesty of the sacred eye is before the Aeneid. A tomb shines as on the first occasion, and the sacred eye is in his head. Ra Atum, the everlasting, the sacred eye. Shu, Geb, Osir, Set, and Horu, Jehuti, who travels eternity. Nut, Aset, Nebetat, Hathor, the victorious. The 2 Shemayat goddesses, Ma'at, Anapu of the sacred land, born of eternity, and the Ba, Jedu. When the sacred eye has been filled in the presence of the Lord to the limit, standing completed and content, these gods are joyful on this day. Their hands support her, and the feast of all the gods is celebrated. And they say, Hail to you, and praise to Ra. The sacred bark sails, and Apep is spelled. Hail to you, and praise to Ra. The form of Khepri has come into being. Hail to you, and praise to Ra. Rejoice over him, for his enemies have been driven away. Hail to you, and praise to Ra. The heads of the Mozubadesh have been cut off. Worship to you, and praise to Ra. All right, let me catch up and see. Check the comments real quick. Yeah. Okay. Blessings for Sarana's. Okay. So, Sarana is your grandfather. Your grandfather passed this week. So, okay, a blessing for him.
I'm so sorry.
Okay. Oh, now I tell you. Oh, the note is A sharp. Huh? Okay. Cool. Let's see. Guys, as many things as the comments and some of the things we've been talking about with, how to use candles and incense and things like that when you have physical disabilities and issues that make it hard to do, the traditional setup like this. That deserves to be a topic.
And we will address that.
Yeah. Now I have my schedule for the year, but it's not uncommon for me to have to shuffle things around. So I'm going to have that as a backup for this year, and if not, it'll be in a bite or something like that. But yeah, alternative means of offering light and fragrance. If you can't, if you're worried about things being on fire, which is also good like for dorm rooms and stuff like that.
Right.
So, but yeah, we need to include Serrano's grandfather. And married Wepaway, my family did a celebration for my grandma, who would have been 95 on the 1st of January. Oh, wow. And Ashley, my cousin, I'm so sorry. My cousin took his life Sunday. I haven't seen him in probably 40 years, but I'm very close to his sister and dad. I'm really sorry.
I'm so sorry, honey.
Yeah.
We love you.
Yeah.
So much.
Mm-hmm.
Big giant hugs.
Yeah. Hmm. Oh, and Amitai, press for my abuela, please. Okay, and that's also grandmother, right? But yeah, then and we need to come up with a special prayer, for that, for folks who have just recently passed. But for right now, tell you what, we will light Osiris's candle for all of them and ask him to offer welcome to them and comfort to those who are still on this side. Well, fiddle. There we go.
Last week, several people that all lost dogs.
Yeah. So I'll ask Osir and Anapu to be with those that won't be seeing the rest of 2024 with us. We'll just have to tell them about it when the time is right. So. And blessings and comfort to everyone that's missing somebody. So, tell you what. All right, I know I got it back here. There we go. Hear us, O Ra, great Lord of Yenu, and place your arms of blessing around all of our friends who are grieving right now. Let them rejoice in your bounty, and their hearts take joy in your kindness. Tell Neet and Upwot to open their ways for them, and may you protect them with your strong arm of compassion. For you are the All-Lord, the Lord of Ma'at. Holy and splendid is your name. Kepri at dawn, Atum at dusk, Ra Horaketi as you rule the nine. Okay, before we get to our cookies, because we have a full complement of them now. Yeah. Nice until the basket runs out. But oh yeah, and I've got since this is kind of a feast of lights, I have my customized Ramadan light, and I'll just tuck that over here. But before we get to that, and by the way, I was going to see to it that this microphone that I use for our services was the one that we got a recording from Peter Cullen on, but I forgot the right attachment. It's probably better that way because Darren's phone did a really good job, but I was going to try and add one more person on the lucky microphone, but that'll have to come at another time. But let me see. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, I don't think that the speakers are going to interfere with the microphone, because I was going to see if I could play for you guys the little message that I got, because he didn't personalize it to me, and so I'm like, well, that just means I can share it with everybody. So let me pull it up. And this will be my little treat that I share with you guys. I just have to pull up the folder with it. Okay, all right, guys. A little treat for all of you if it'll pick it up.
He's Optimus Prime. Hold on to your dreams. The world was built on dreams.
All right, you'll have to tell me if you guys heard that. But all right, Sachihuti, a cookie for me, please. I need some good news. The reason for this I've already written about on Discord. Oh, okay, wait. Oh, so hold on. All right, I tell you what. You guys want me to play it one more time?
Yes, you're gonna have to turn it up.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to turn it up. Hold on. One more time. All right, yeah, because I noticed that One-Eyed Heathen didn't hear it, so let me try it one more time.
This is Optimus Prime. Hold on to your dreams. The world was built on dreams.
There you go. All right, so Sachihuti, yeah, and then Zabalin. I ate the Antichrist, and Kristen, one from Mahes.
By the way, if you guys want more nifty sound bites like that, the super thanks really help us fund things.
Well, yeah,
So,
that, but
and Patreon does too. Please.
yeah,
help.
well, I mean, the Patreon, that's our thing. That lets us do a lot of stuff. But also, like I said, I'm going to put the link for that video that I got to show that I'm hoping to pitch towards the end of the service. So it'll be in the description or the comments.
And I don't remember who it was, but somebody on YouTube posted the entire Frank Welker, Peter Cullen panel from Fan Expo New Orleans up there.
Oh, nice. Yeah, actually, so that means that the question that I asked will be on there too. So because I got to get up and ask a question, and oh my God, you know what? It's funny you guys were talking.
Kid.
Yes, the kid, and it's relevant for me to mention it here in as much as this, because we've talked sometimes about somebody ending up speaking from spirit or whatever. I think the voice of Starscream, who passed away 30 years ago this June, actually, I think he was in spirit standing behind the shoulder of this kid that got up to the microphone, and he hesitated for a minute. He's like, excuse me, I'm got a little nervous. And we're sitting there going, oh my God, what kind of question is this kid going to ask? And he launches into this bit as Starscream. And, we're like, whoa, what the heck is that? And then, the voice of Megatron stood up and answered him in character, and like, so this kid couldn't have been 20, but the fact that he had the nerve to do that and did it well, I'm sure the late voice of Starscream was quite proud of him. and it's like, you know, Starscream got the spirit. He got tired of being on the sidelines, and so he found a willing medium. So.
And my throat's out, so I can't do it.
Yeah. So we need to say some prayers for Darren so that his throat can get better, because he's not able to do fun things like that right now. But let's okay, y'all. And when I see that, of course, well, I'm gonna have to rehome my ridiculous peahead cat who has a habit of marking. There's I know there's some other cat lovers that would probably have some suggestions for things to help, and I guess network, and let's see what we can do. But let's start with Sachahuti had asked for one, and then Zabalin. And then we'll keep going down the list. So, but you know what? First, we need to make sure we have one for everybody. So, like the folks that are tuning in after the fact, they will have something as well. So this is for everyone. So our message at the midpoint of the year. A new venture will be a success.
Whoa! We needed that.
Yeah. But guys, I have to share with you, okay? Because these are some of the ones that have been for everybody. Okay, so this month, or this week, a new venture will be a success. Now, we had done a 3 for the last time. You will never need to worry about a steady income. It is time to help a friend in need. Give your best. You will overcome difficult times. And so pairing that with this, and this is from earlier. Your efforts in a critical area will soon be rewarded. And earlier than that, like sometime in late December, we'd gotten, remember 3 months from this date, good things are in store for you.
Wow.
So guys, there's a lot of positivity out there. You've just got to reach out and grab it. And remember what Optimus Prime told us. I think we've got some good things potentially going. So let's go to Sachahuti. Sachahuti, do not fear failure. Do not fear failure.
Everybody remember something. Success is not permanent.
But neither is failure.
And failure is not fatal. Now, let me explain that. Failure won't kill you. Learn from it and progress. Success is not permanent. You succeeded at something. Seldom does one success last you forever. No one can take it from you, but you got to build to your next one.
Okay. So, Zabalin. And thanks again for the super thanks. For the cool water. And yes, I have lots of book reviews planned.
Lots and lots and lots.
Yeah.
You guys, if y'all saw this
stack of books I have to read
that she just got since Christmas.
Or thereabouts.
Holy
yeah.
Man. Y'all, we're going to have more pyrotechnics than a Kiss concert. Right?
Yeah. Yeah. And actually, when I went shopping for holiday fireworks, only half of it went up in smoke on New Year's Eve. The other half is in a box waiting for books. But anyway, Zabalin, in a gentle way, you can shake the world.
Go for it. Go for it.
In a gentle way, you can shake the world. Yeah, so
is everybody noticing the positivity? Okay, look. Don't sit back and wait for it. Push. Because you guys, we can make the world explode for Ma'at.
Yeah.
For peace, for joy, happiness, prosperity, riches, wealth, health, all that good stuff.
Yes. But yes, in a gentle way. So, a lot of people are like wanting to, take the world by storm or whatever. And this is saying in a gentle way. So if you're wondering how are you going to do this, that's your clue. In a gentle way, you can shake the world. So that's for Zabalin. And let me scroll down. Okay, so I ate the Antichrist, and then Kristen, with a side of fries. I ate the Antichrist. Well, that's interesting. There's like a part of another cookie that's on here. But I ate the Antichrist. Don't be overconfident with your first impression of others. Now, the bottom one here that got cut off, it says the one who has good health is something. But that could be a portent of good health for you. But don't be self-confident with your first impression on others. So,
be cautious. Everybody can put a good face first.
Mm-hmm. Some things are not what they seem. They might be more than meets the eye.
Right.
So, Kristen, from Mahes. So, O Scarlet Lord, O son of Sekhmet, we ask you to give us some insight. You will do well to expand your business. Now, I'm getting the sense that it doesn't mean the literal sense of business as in, I own a shop in, but your business, your dealings. But you will do well to expand your business, what you do. That's the sense that I'm getting.
Yeah.
Okay. And sarcastic, and then Ashley from Anapu, from my cousin. Okay. Well, let's start with sarcastic.
Love you, and I'm not being sarcastic.
Yes, and we're thinking about you guys because every winter storm that comes through, it goes through the Pacific Northwest first, so you'll catch it all first. Okay. So sarcastic. To exercise the body is to purify the soul. Now,
sarcastic. We better take that advice together.
Yeah. Now I have to clarify. Exercise. Now we're not talking like exorcise the demons. We're talking about, we're here to pump you up. To exercise the body is to purify the soul. Okay. So Ashley from Anapu, with regard to their cousin. So Anapu, if you would be so kind. The most beautiful adventures are not those we go to seek. The most beautiful adventures are not those we go to seek. Now, you asked this in regard to your cousin. The sense that I got from that, and Darren, you can kind of corroborate with me or not. Don't look too hard for him. He will find you.
He hasn't left you.
Okay.
He has not left you. You have a responsibility, and that is to live your life as full as possible, because he would not want you to live in pain. He would not want you to live in less. He would want you to dare to be great. Go beyond the things that hold you back. It's not bigger than you. It's not.
Yeah, the most beautiful adventures are not those we go to seek. It's the ones that find us.
Right. Completely by accident, but you have to dare to live it.
Yeah.
And sometimes that means you go through the mundane, the simple, the will it ever happen. Because you know what? If you're not ready, you won't be ready when all of a sudden it materializes in front of you.
Yeah, it's all the little things, the day-to-day things that you do now that lay the groundwork for big things later.
And let me say something.
We've figured this out. Yeah.
Your cousin loves you and wants you to be better and wants you to dare to do better. He hasn't left you, trust me.
Yeah. I think you were saying that you hadn't seen them in a long, long time, but you were close with his sister and another family member, and I'm certain that he hasn't left them either.
Right. He hasn't left anybody.
Yeah.
Not a soul.
And I know it's tough because as I understand, you were saying he had taken his own life. If I'm remembering that you're talking about that this is the same person. But of course, Darren, you've been through that with people.
I have. More than once.
Yeah. But, okay. All right. Kyle Hinojosa and then Sarana. Yeah, I'm just going to check. Time to learn Tatsib. Oh, sarcastic. I cut and sanded a piece of bamboo that should be about the right length for that. Now I just got to figure out how to send it to you. So. So, it's been the first. Okay. Okay, cool. Oh yeah. The cat anxiety plugins. Yes, that's another thing. And Savvy, you're saying new venture is in Arkansas. Hey, I think so. Yeah. Yeah. Let me make sure I'm caught. Okay, so Kyle Hinojosa and then Sarana, and then Dragon's Library. Cool. Kyle Hinojosa, a single kind word will keep one warm for years. A single kind word will keep one warm for years. So you never know who you could be keeping warm with a kind word. And hopefully some folks will give you kind words to keep you warm through the winter. but a single kind word can keep one warm for years. Okay, Sarana. Sarana, you can't have everything. Where would you put it all?
You know, that's relevant to a lot of people.
Yeah, the one who came home with several boxes full of Gundam models.
Guilty.
Yeah. You can't have everything. Where would you put it all? It might be time to do a little New Year's cleaning.
Not for me.
No, I mean for Sarana. Now I will say this: one of the messages I've been getting from some of my resident spirits has been, clean the house and get rid of old things so that new blessings can come in.
Now let me clarify.
Yeah, not like stuff like not like collectibles or something.
Don't
but like,
get rid of things that mean something to you.
But clutter.
Yeah. And the other thing that they've been telling us is make your place look nice. You've built a life for yourself. Make it look like something. You deserve it.
Yeah. And we've built an ingredients house.
Yes, we have an ingredients house.
I'm still tripping over that. But anyway, you can't have everything. Where would you put it all? Okay. So Dragon's Library and then Kai Sobek. Okay. Dragon's Library. Perpetual optimism is a force multiplier.
Yeah, I have to agree with that.
Perpetual optimism is a force multiplier. In other words, stay positive, stay optimistic, and that is going to multiply all of the other things. It's going to multiply the spirit, the energy, all of those things. It is perpetual optimism is a force multiplier.
Yep. Strange thing about optimism is this. It will attract your allies. It will also attract your enemies. But the good news is you'll be able to spot your enemies for miles.
Well, and that's something else that I do feel, especially because of where we are. We're celebrating the filling of the sacred eye. And I think it's important to point out, because yes, there's a figure of evil in our belief system, and it has to be contended with every night. But we can't let the fear of that and the awareness of that make us pessimistic about anything, because the sun always comes up the next day.
Yep.
That means that Ra wins. Creation wins every time.
Every single time.
Every time. So we have to have that optimism and that conviction. Especially because we live in a world now that's, can be so pessimistic and, don't meet your heroes, they turn out to be less than you expected, and, don't be so selfish and thinking of yourself as the hero of your own drama, whatever. And, lots of things like that. And I'm speaking very generally because I have to not go at length, but dare to believe in positivity. Dare to believe that things can turn out right.
Right.
And it takes effort.
They can do it on a dime.
Yeah, it takes effort, but yeah, the one thing can suddenly bring it around. It's dark until the sun comes up, and then what a difference.
Yeah.
So That's my sermon for tonight. So Kai Sobek, and then Katie Horton from Raw. So. And Kai Sobek, I know you've been reading about Amenhotep III. So I was thinking, well, maybe he has a message, since you've been reading about him. And so, Kai Sobek, live each day well and wisely. Live each day well and wisely. It's funny, it does seem like, grandfatherly advice.
Yeah.
So Katie Horton from Raw. Oh. And anyways, making me chase after it this time. Okay. Katie Horton, you can't choose how you will die, but you can choose how you will live. And that seems very much a Raw kind of message. It might, you hear, oh, you can't choose how you will die. That sounds kind of intimidating, but the next part of it is what's important. You can choose how you will live. That's all the way there at the end. You've got all this time between now and then to work on. You can choose how you will live. And of course, that can also be talking about, other people too. And we sometimes with the people that we love, we can't. I mean, we only, we can't really do anything about what's going to happen to them. We can try to encourage them, as best we can, but in the end, it's up to them. But what we can work on is ourselves.
Yep.
So. All right, Thrilo from Sobek, and then Merrick Lepowet from Sobek, and his candle is back in the back there. Sobek, Lord of Pache, and this one didn't even have a wrapper, so the cookie's probably stale. But the message is: to forgive others one more time is to create one more blessing for yourself. To forgive others one more time is to create one more blessing for yourself.
I think that's something we could all remember.
All right. Now, I do have to say, if someone is hurting you, then protect yourself. But forgiveness doesn't mean letting yourself be a victim. It means something else entirely. But to forgive others one more time is to create one more blessing for yourself. Because you're not hanging on to that. You're making room for another blessing. And it might be a case of, somebody just needs a break. They legitimately, deserve another chance. You'll have to use your best judgment on that. But let's see, Threla, then Merrick Lepowet, and then Twisted Silence. All right, so Lepowet. For Merrick Lepowet. Perceived failure is oftentimes success trying to be born in a bigger way.
Wow.
Merit Wepawet. Perceived failure is oftentimes success trying to be born in a bigger way.
Yeah, you think you failed. You haven't.
Yes, it just means that there's going to be a bigger opportunity come.
Or you could be limiting your view of things too.
Yes, perceived failure is oftentimes success trying to be born in a bigger way.
Change your perception.
Okay. So twisted silence, and then one-eyed heathen about the kitty. So twisted silence. The person who climbs the highest is the one who helps another up. So twisted silence. The person who climbs the highest is the one who helps another up. The person who climbs the highest is the one who helps another up. So, and now, one-eyed heathen regarding a naughty kitty. I'm doing what kitties do. So let's see what we can find out. I had to double check and make sure this one wasn't a double, but okay. You can't make someone else's choices. You shouldn't let someone else make yours.
That's as point blank as it gets.
Yes, and this is with regard to a do we need to rehome a cat? You can't make someone else's choices. You shouldn't let someone else make yours.
Like I said, that's as point blank as it gets. What do you want to do?
Yeah, what do you really want to do? And I think this is a way of saying that you need to find out what you really want. Do you want to rehome the cat or do you want to keep the cat? And if so, then you know what to do.
And incidentally, I want to point out that there was an awful lot of suggestions in the Discord chat about how to help this cat, or in this the comments here on how to help this cat.
Okay, and I think I see almond set is the next one in here. I'm just making sure. Oh, okay. A Zonage statue of Sekhmet is coming from Egypt. Nice. Oh, and okay, sarcastic. Okay, phone died on me. Well, I don't know. You might have missed a few of the fortunes that we were doing. Sarcastic. Did you catch the message that I played? Oh, and a follower of Anubis. I missed. Let's see. Chill. Okay. And sarcastic. Yes, you did. So I might need to have a question about how something is spelled, but yeah, I can get with you on that. follower of Anubis. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. So yeah, I figured out that I missed follower of Anubis, and then Amon Set, and that should bring us back up to speed. All right. Okay, and Dragon's Library will be popping out. Thank you so much for another beautiful service. Everyone have a great day / night, and have a great weekend. And big hugs. And we're glad you could join us. And so, yeah, Amon Set, and then follower of Anubis. Tell you what, let's do that. So follower of Anubis, asking from Anubis. And it's funny, I got a sense it's just like, gotcha. Okay. The mind is everything. What do you think you will become? So, follower of Anubis. Anubis is telling you, the mind is everything. What do you think you will become?
Believe it.
Believe in yourself.
Right. Don't live in your head. Believe it. Do it.
Yeah, how does that little dog tag go? Aim high, believe in yourself.
Use your brain.
Use your brain. Be ready to go.
Expect
to win. Yeah. And there's actually something. There's like a women's auxiliary air corps or something. They were at an air show, but they were giving those out, and I was like, that is like such an awesome motivational thing. But I think it's believe in yourself. So now Amon Set, your turn. You sat back down just in time. And oh, you got 2. Somebody was like, oh, now that you're here. Life is a gift. Don't waste it. That's your first one. And now your second one. You can't have everything. Where would you put it all? Wow. Life is a gift. Don't waste it. You can't have everything. Where would you put it all? That's a pretty powerful message.
Yeah.
You make the most of what you have and don't be concerned about the stuff. It's kind of like what Serrano was saying about experience.
Right. That's not to say that, things don't matter.
Right.
If you have items and things in your possession that are attached to accomplishments and memories and people you love, keep them. Or skills that you develop, keep them.
Yeah, but don't worry about the things that tend to distract most folks. But, okay. All right, Sarcastic, I think I'm going to head out. Thanks, guys. Thank you so much for being here. Oh, of course, Sarcastic, you've gotten that link already. So I'm just going to put that. I tell you what, let me slip that before more people have to head out for the evening. And again, to explain, this was my senior animation project. I finished this right after I graduated with my second degree in animation in 2015. And let me get the link for it. And the idea is this is get shareable link. Okay. Oh, and Sabrina asked for a cookie. Okay, hang on. The story with this is this is an idea for like a a sitcom. Actually, the way we were talking about it is imagine a crazy blend between King of the Hill and Ted. And as I work on the an animated bit for the rest of the family, that'll make more sense. But for right now, I'm going to share you the one that I finished and that we're hoping somebody can help us pitch later in the year. So, the more, and they're going to be going from the YouTube link that I'm about to share with you. So, watch it, share it with friends.
Make them watch it, make them love it.
Yeah. Well, it's not pagan, so you can share it with anybody, and tell them to write what they like. Post something in the comments because that can help us out. And here comes the link, and then we will do. There you go. And then we will do Sabrina's cookie. So, then we'll wrap things up. There we go. Excellent. Sabrina, you're going to be a few hours north of us. And we get the storms, about a day before the folks in Alabama and Georgia do. But, okay. Sabrina, don't pursue happiness, create it. Don't pursue happiness, create it. Okay, so anybody got any other requests for cookies before we wrap everything up? Let's see. Okay, Kai said we're going to head out now. So love to you. Have a great weekend. And because we're at that hour and a half point. So yeah, we kind of ran a little long, but I do appreciate everybody, hanging in there and listening.
I wouldn't mind hearing a cookie.
All right. Okay. Yeah. I don't know. Just. That's great. That's very good. Okay. Alrighty. Well, we'll do Yamanu's and then we'll wrap up. So. There we go. Okay. Your wisdom will find a way.
Interesting. All right.
Your wisdom will find a way. So there you go, Yamani. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for this. We're going to wrap things up. And hey, what a way to start off the new year. And I already know what the topic for this month is. I've got my resources. I just need to, script it out. And, it'll probably be towards the end of the month because I'm going to be working on a couple of different productions at once. But it's all good. Hail unto you, Atum. Hail unto you, Capri. You come into being upon the primeval hill. You shine forth upon the shrine of the phoenix, and you knew. You breathe out Shu and Tefnut. May the giving of these offerings endure, as the name of Atum, foremost of the great Enid, endures. May they endure as the name of Shu, Lord of Upper Menset, and you knew, endures. As the name of Tefnut, Mistress of Lower Menset, and you knew, endures. As the name of Geb at the Earth's Ba endures. As the name of Newt in the Shrine of Shanit, and you knew, endures. As the name of Asatinacheru endures. And as the name of Osir Kentiamentiu endures. As the name of Sutek and Nubet endures. As the name of Horus in Pei endures. As the name of Wajit in Dep endures. As the name of Jehuti and Khamenyu endures. As the name of Ra and the Aket endures likewise for eternity. You have come in peace, O Ra. You have come in peace, O Sekhmet. You have come in peace, O Yunuchuru. May you go forth in peace, O Ra, Sekhmet. May you go forth in peace, O Yunuchuru, to every place your immortal cause wish to be. May you sail in joy in the Manjet bark, and rest content in the Sektet bark. And may you smile upon us, your humble servants. Well, thank you so much, guys. And you have a wonderful, wonderful weekend and a great start to the year. Okay, Katie heading into need to do stuff before the storm. Okay with snow, but not without power. Yes, and
be safe. We love you.
Yes,
be
and
careful,
we're burning
everybody.
we're burning our Maha's candle for everyone. So may everyone be safe from the storms, and let there not be loss of life or things that are not replaceable. And thank you so much. And prayers are my last week before Arkansas. Yes, and safe travels.
Yeah.
May Amen of the road and Wepawet give you a safe trip up to Arkansas. Thank you so much. And the Antichrist is one of the best channels on YouTube. Thank you, guys.
We love you guys, all of you.
Be well.
So much for joining us. Come see us next week. And happy 2024. All right, guys. Big hugs.